Song of the Sea. So after all the animations this year being duds, dud, 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 or maybe not crappy movies, but at least not doing anything special, I was not looking forward to Song of the Sea. I'm like, alright, this is officially 2014's last chance with animation. If you've seen Secret of Kells, which you should, Secret of Kells is really good. This is done by the same director. I'm like, this feels very Secret of Kells-esque. Then I looked it up, I'm like, oh, that's why. The dude's name is like Tom Moore. It was like a 5-year gap between Secret of Kells and this one, and those are the only 2 movies he made. It's like, dude, I want you to make more movies. Song I See is about this family, and the mom dies, and the girl finds like this magical coat. The family's like relocated because their dad's like, it's not safe for you here anymore, see your shot. And they have to go with their old mean grandma, like, oh, I don't want to live with the grandma in the city. And the kid's really bratty and annoying, but you end up liking him by the end of the movie. The animation style is really beautiful. It's very 2D, like, hand-drawn style Japanese art stuff like that, or Irish, I guess. I figure the director's Irish, the movie's probably Irish, everyone speaks Irish. So this girl, Saoirse, she like doesn't talk, and she's like 2 years old, she is adorable. She is so cute. And then she turns into a seal at one point, just like, ah! Just like smiles or frowns when her brother's being mean. This has the animation style where it's like, it's very colorful, and there's usually like one thing on screen that's like glowing, and it's very bright. There's a lot of really good atmosphere in this movie. I mean, when they're in the city, they're in the city. But there's like these goblin creature things, and there's this ancient war with like the owls who were sucking them up and turning them into statues. And this movie, when it wasn't reminding me of Secret of Kells, it was reminding me of Dark Souls. The villain is like this old lady who's half turned to statue, and she's like 5 times the size of the kids. And since she's half turned to stone, she needs like owls to pick her up and carry her around in this like house that's mostly a tree, and it's kind of dark and woody looking. I'm like, that would make an awesome Dark Souls boss. Music's awesome too. Really gets you in the atmosphere. This movie tends to have really beautiful things happen on screen without really explaining why or how. And it adds a sense of mystery, and it's like, this world is like magical and stuff, and I'm like, I really like that. There's also this guy in the movie who's like, has a super long beard, and like, it's like, the hair is like everywhere. It's in this like cave, and it's very blue looking. Reminds me of Wind Waker. It's like, this is like meeting an NPC in Dark Souls. He's kind of like half crazy, and he's like popping up everywhere, and he's like all over the screen. He's like, are you this kid? Yes, you are. Really love the setting of that encounter. It was really good. This is a movie that gives a lot of emphasis and power to like song and music. It's like the girl can't sing without her coat, and they have to play music to make the owls happy. Reminds me of the beginning of the Silmarillion. Have you read the Silmarillion? That book is impossible to get through. But the creation of the world happens by like singing, and that might sound completely stupid and absurd, but I like it. It's very stylish and poetic. It's very well done. This world feels very alive. There's also these rocks that have like faces on them, and they like move and go like, huh, when you step on them. They're like, get over me. Or when the kids step on them. You wouldn't step on the rocks. If the kid's name was Jack, then you could say, I'll have a Jack on the rocks. The ending of this movie is really touching and emotional, and you're like, oh no, God. You know me, I like my big explosion, awesome, cool stuff. I also like my really intense, like, emotional. But yeah, by far, best animation of the year. Totally should have won the Oscar for animated feature, and if you've been thirsting for decent animation, you should watch Song of the Sea. It's free at your library probably now. I'm Wesley Tomsky. Like, subscribe, share. Goodbye, see you later, see ya.